Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Competition Archery Media down here at the Elite Pro-Am in Fort Benning, Georgia. We're switching things up a little bit this week for the Mathews Shot of the Week. That's obviously not Dan McCarthy. Chris Perkins, last year's known pro shooter of the year. So we're gonna play a little known game this weekend, Chris. And first off, how was your weekend?
Bit of a struggle today. The last 10 target stretch through here, I think only hit maybe 2 12s or 3 12s, but bit of a struggle today. I feel like I'm shooting really good. I've got a good setup. It just, got to find a little bit of luck somewhere, so.
All right, so Chris, everybody says, oh, known, all they do is walk up, range the target, and go up and shoot it. That's not quite
That's
true.
About 90% of the game, yeah. There's that small 10% there that it is a bit of a strategy game too. Obviously, we'd like to hit every single one of them, but if you got groups of 4 or 5 and everybody's shooting a big arrow, and especially on a close target, even the far targets. I mean, like today we had a couple over 49.5 yards, and I think 2 or 3 of those targets we had 3 or 4 12s. So I mean, it's not just to get up there, aim at it, and shoot it. You've got stuff in the way, so you have to play a little bit of a strategic game as well here.
I know you're a stickler for your setup. You spend a lot of time getting that set What for the known game, what's most critical for your setup?
For me, is just having a really good tape and having forgiveness. Obviously the unknown side, you have to have that as well, but and their game is quite a bit different than ours. But yeah, for me it's having a really good arrow setup and having a really good sight tape.
When you're saying forgiveness, what are you meaning?
Just if I make a mediocre shot, that arrow or that setup is going to absorb most of that and still hit behind the pin.
Gotcha. All right, well, we have a target over here that I saw 2 days ago, and actually I drove past it because I said, there's no target there. It looks like a log.
Yeah.
It's the same color as the trees. Mm-hmm. It's a long wolverine. Let's go check that one out.
All right.
All right, Chris, so this was target 20 for you today. So last one for the folks who started on number 1. I think I've ranged it at 48 yards. It's a wolverine. We can't see the head, we can't see the butt.
Right.
It's between 2 trees. It's the same color as the trees. And
yeah, it's a tricky one. So like, this is probably not, I don't think this one's max for us.
No, 48 and a half, I guess.
Yeah. So 48.4, 48.5. So,
right.
I mean, it's a small target. It's a poke. It's not a gimme by any means. And this target too, he kind of lays back, especially on the upper rings. So, I mean, it's all depends on, if there's arrows in it or not in it.
So I'm gonna shoot it first, and we should mention, we're gonna do things a little bit different this time, and Chris is actually gonna shoot it as well. But I'm gonna shoot it first, so I'm coming up, I'm the first shooter. What's your strategy on this target in particular?
So for me, if I'm being the first shooter, I'm gonna look at it. Obviously I can see there are some good distinct definition in the upper side of that, because this target is very, very dark on the bottom side.
Yes.
So it's tough to see really any definition. But with the naked eye standing right here, I can see that there's been a lot of upper 12 shot.
Yeah.
So for me, I prefer the upper 12 on this target. So almost instantly, I'm gonna call an upper 12 in my mind. If there's arrows in it, depending on what I have to aim at, I might change my mind,
Right.
I might shoot the lower. If I feel like, there's a better reference marker down below with an arrow in there, maybe I'll change my mind. But 99% of the time, I'm gonna walk up to this target, instantly, obviously verify that it is the wolverine, and then I'm probably gonna call upper.
Gotcha.
So you see what
head is to the right.
Yeah, so you see what I'm looking at when you see that gray distinct color.
The line.
A lot of impacts in that upper 12. So that right there is going to give you a pretty good aiming reference too. Obviously, you're going to have to focus in a little bit harder.
That's going to give you a good aiming reference.
Yeah.
I can't see. So I see a brown blob, but actually with all the arrow impacts, it's like the upper, right where that upper is, has gotten dark from all the arrow holes.
Yeah,
and normally it wouldn't look like that.
Right. Normally we would have obviously the same color throughout that target, but because we are day 2 shooting this target, there has been a lot of other people shoot it, so you can see that obviously there is a wad of paint missing there. So
Hey, I'll say maybe that'll help me.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
But so I'll shoot it, and then with one arrow, wherever it is,
Yep.
then we'll go through your strategy.
Absolutely.
All right. 48.4 got on there. I'm gonna need this for the old man trick. Some of us can't see as good as others. All right. I do see that dark spot up above there, Chris. Man, it is right where that upper 12 is.
Just kind of points right to it.
It's at least something, you know? All right, here we go. Got that shadow there.
So you're going upper?
Oh yeah, right.
You better call it.
Better
There you
call
go.
it. Oh, jeez, the bottom fell out of that one. Whew. My sight I had it set right.
Did you?
That's a 5.
I can't see it. There's those
I was
pinch of
aiming
trees
upper.
right there.
That was a horrible shot by me. So unfortunately, I didn't help you with any aiming reference there. Sorry about that.
That's all
not
good.
going to do any good for you.
That's all good.
Man, that was as bad a shot.
So like I said,
That's
I'm
horrible.
basically gonna continue to stick with my strategy and
Yeah.
shoot the upper. So we'll see what happens.
That's horrible. Ooh, I think you got it. If you didn't, you just missed, but it looks like it's in there.
Should be inside out.
So, so here's one thing I can say, for whatever reason, like mine's low, which is I do that. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss, I'm gonna miss low. The small targets just make me nervous.
I
Can't stay strong through my shot. I get weak.
Yeah, your vital window there is obviously like your 8 ring and stuff is very, very small, but you know, you shouldn't treat it any different. The 10 ring and the 12 rings remain exactly the
Right.
same throughout the 20 targets that we shoot.
So we should mention here, there was no advantage on the release because we're shooting the same one here.
Same one, there you go.
That brand new executive.
Yep.
All right, let's go down there and take a look at this.
All right.
We'll pay attention to yours more than mine.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, here we have perfect evidence of what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
First off, good shot, man.
Thank you.
That is, yes, inside out there. So, I mean, like we said, this target just always gives me fits. I'm afraid of it. I get weak. And when I get weak, they go down low.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Like I said, he's a small target. He's shaped really odd. You know, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it back there, but if you look kind of at the rings, that upper ring is always a bit of a weird shape because how the target actually rolls.
It's not flat here. It's
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
hills and valleys
Yeah.
on this.
So another
Vital.
strategy that I generally do on this target is because that upper ring is usually oval shaped, or at least it looks like it is, so it looks bigger. So that kind of gives me a little bit of a confidence booster too, you know, essentially aiming at a bigger ring, even though it's not. You know, it's just kind of a mental thing. Again, I have a tendency to dip out the bottom, so most of my stuff I'm going to be upper calls anyways. There again, that's going back to if there's arrows in it, obviously my strategy could change.
So what you're saying is you did not use my arrows and aiming reference in any way.
I would say that your arrow almost had good line, but it was still just a little bit to the right. So unfortunately, no, I didn't go off your arrow at all.
Well, hey, I'm just glad I was here to see your shot. We won't focus on mine.
Yeah.
You got the good shot. So we're going to be flip-flopping back and forth this year between you and Dan just to get some of that known pro strategy in there and setups and all that stuff. So, hey, good shot, good start for you.
Yeah, appreciate it.